The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. There he goes.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass on second down. Complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. And you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Quick strike complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to turn the corner on the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The RPO, it's complete. Still running at the 40. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to fire deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
He'll do it himself. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He might want another play. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
Man, and these hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed.
Oh, they block it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it inside the 25. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Rides to back and leaves it. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quick release on the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
He wants to change this route. The play action fake. Quarterback moving. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just
touchdown Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Boston College managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. And they'll savor this one in Chestnut Hill for some time, no matter the final score. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. This drive will open from the 15. To the ground with the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
He breaks a tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback may change this route. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him. That loss a week ago, called on just once. And the returner goes down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Under fire. Running into the open space. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Play action on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. Really good job there. Got through the progressions. 1, 2, 3, check down. Take what you can.
Yeah, and don't waste time. You know, once you go through your progressions, get the football out, let them make plays. A lot of quarterbacks want to scramble or really pat the football over and over again. Nice job. Get it out. Get some positive yards. Go to the next down.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They're working that left side. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. On the run, fires downfield. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires left. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Quarterback on the keeper. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that side.
Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but
right down the middle. Touchdown, Gators! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
One-score game, still the first half, and they want the ball right back, going for the onside kick. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner is stopped. Has it back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Creates a little room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Ducks will hustle to the line. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. power football with the run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll run the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt is on its way. Holds it in and looking upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Gets the back moving. Second and 10. He'll throw again. Flips it out to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Ducks decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. In this drive, first and 10 from the 50. Quarterback keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. Back to pass. Looking deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's brought down a short return, but
got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
To the air on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll go to the ground, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. So now on fourth down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The field goal is no good. They missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6. The give on the inside. Makes his man miss. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say,
turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to scramble. On the run deep down the right side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion. Got room at the 35. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
There he goes. He's at the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these
quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. Baylor found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Bears football today. Those BU fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the MAC.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Rides the back on the option, the give. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Got his man quickly. Just ran him over. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Wants to fire on second down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, in the first half, they had a hard time trying to contain this quarterback because of his speed. But here we go in the second half now. They need things to start happening. And finally, they were able to get to him and bring him down for a sack. They're trailing in this game. You just get the feeling, guys, if they're going to come back and win, this defense is probably going to have to register a few more plays like that.
He's got it along the sideline. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Gators are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Fires downfield. Finds a man by himself. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Gators! A great catch and run for 6.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. On the move, he fires. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the 2 of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback making checks. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
There he goes! A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the 3rd quarter. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly... what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Campbell. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job.
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops him. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Quarterback will keep it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. He did not hesitate, going for it on 4th and short from the 49. Calls his own number. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looks as if he's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. He fires to the left side. And he's thrown another interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. Receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Off the RPO, complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
This is a designed run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your line, I say go for it every time.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. The give out of the gun. Turning it on. Got enough space. Touchdown, Gators. And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you. Kansas was able to cap off a close one in Lawrence with a narrow victory, and that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Lost a throw on 1st down. Working that wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Might be changing the route. To the air on 2nd down. On the run, still looking. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room, that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next year.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Now, thanks to that gamble and failure, a chance to tack a little extra onto the lead late. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll go up top on second and short. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll send the back in motion. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the grab. It's fired.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint,
trying to get behind the defense. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Might be looking to run. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. Now he's looking into the middle. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And that's a first down for the offense.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it